Hey, today I'm going to be doing a shoe review for you. It's going to be the SKORA Running, SKORA Fit, and I have two different colorways, the cyan and silver, and the cyan and black, cyan being one of SKORA's go-to colors. This shoe is very flexible, very lightweight, coming in at approximately 6.6 ounces in a size 9. So this is a 9.5, so it's going to be slightly heavier than that. I haven't weighed it. Stack height all the way through is going to be 16 millimeters, as it's a zero drop shoe, and all of SKORA's shoes are zero drop. You have a decent amount of cushioning on the inside. I can't say exactly how thick the insole is, but if you took it out, they actually do facilitate a insole less version here, and just adding it in, add a little bit of extra cushioning. Have run quite a bit in this shoe. This one particularly, showing a little bit of dirt, done about 12 miles. This is my longest run on a trail, and about 8 miles is my longest run in these on the road. But I've probably run in these about 3 or 4 times a week, and quite a bit in other SKORA models. This was one of their earlier colorways for the Fit. This one's currently unavailable. Sorry, because it's such a stinking awesome shoe. It has this 3D type print, 3D overlays on the front of the shoe, actually wrapped all the way around the shoe. So it has a no-sew construction, but this type of print actually adds a little bit of structure to the shoe. Wherever the thicker portions are is where there's going to be a little bit more structure, simply based on the actual print that they put on top of it. This features a real heel design, so it's kind of a circular, not block type structured heel here. I actually think that even if you heel strike in this shoe, that you're going to be better off in this type of shoe than you would be in a conventional running shoe. This type of heel also helps personally if you do catch your foot kind of funny in a forefoot strike or a midfoot strike. The heel is going to help actually surprisingly support your foot to where you're not going to yank your ankles as much. People ask in a zero drop shoe without any medial support, any type of block system here for stability, is that going to hurt your knees? Well, technically a block here would actually hurt your knees, because if your ankle's not able to support, or your foot's not actually able to support your foot through natural proprioception and natural gait, the next joint up is going to be affected. So the next joint up is actually going to be your knees. So anyway, this shoe, the original version, i.e. this colorway, there was a little bit less room in the forefoot than there was in the newer model of it, and it's not version 1 or version 2. They're just considered SKORA Fit. So if you did try this model and you didn't like it and you ended up ordering a half size up, well, you can go ahead and go back to your normal shoe size or your normal SKORA size. So in this one, I actually did use one of their thinner insoles in, and it actually helped out quite a bit. Another fun feature on these shoes is the asymmetrical shoelacing. So they kind of pulls the shoelaces, or at least the support, toward the outside of the foot, taking any of the pressure off of some of the metatarsals in the large bones of the foot. Helps me a lot, as through martial arts, probably had stress fractured the area quite a bit, and I have kind of like a little bit of a knuckle sitting up on this area, and moving the lacing out has helped out quite a bit. The tongue in here is very lightly padded tongue. Really doesn't support too much, but it does, if you do like to lace your shoes up kind of tight, it's enough cushion between where it doesn't feel like it's cutting into you. Again, this was made with a real flex design, so it's a very flexible shoe. The bottom of it has these grooves in here that are kind of structured to give you some support on the bottom of the foot, and but it's also going to give you more of a free movement throughout the foot. I like to point out this heel. It's kind of weird. Not this portion of the heel, but this part of the heel, the actual bottom of the shoe. It looks like it sticks out a little bit. Completely unnoticeable when walking. The only thing I can think of is through the structure and through the design, maybe they thought of this as somebody kind of new to the minimalist game that's still significantly heel striking. This just little bit of extra sticking out of the rubber or whatnot is going to actually help cushion, because it's gonna, when you land on it, having the rubber around it is actually going to compress it a little bit, making it land more flush. But that EVA is going to give you that much more cushion. There's not too much more to really talk about the actual structure of the shoe, other than the fact that the shoe is absolutely incredibly comfortable. Straight out of the box, the shoe feels like you've owned it for years. It's a shoe I wear every single day. I know I said I run in it a couple times a week, but I wear it every single day. Very, very comfortable shoe. Both models look very good with any type of outerwear, clothing, whatnot. I don't know, it's definitely one of my favorite shoes right now anyway. And for the SKORA line, it's definitely one of my go-to shoes. If I'm looking for something just briefly to run in, I'll pick out the fit. And you know, the cool thing about running in maybe not minimal shoes, but kind of like the medium between minimal and structured shoe is that you are able to, without having to think too much about your gait and your proper foot strike, you are able to actually pick up your speeds a little bit. So this shoe, you know, most people would aim for maybe 180 or so foot strikes per minute, and this shoe, I tried to slow that down in the beginning. Maybe after about 2 or 3 miles, I'm able to pick it back up again. And just when my ankles and Achilles and everything and all my all my muscles in my foot are able to kind of relax and get warmed up and feel what we're doing and how we're doing it. I do want to point out that this particular shoe, not this model, but this model, like I said, this one's a little bit newer, so there is more room in the forefoot. So they are both 9.5s, but for some reason they didn't fit exactly the same. This version is absolutely incredibly comfortable. You would think that after running a marathon that you would want to put something way more cushioned on, but I put this shoe on and it really helped my feet relax. My toes were able to splay out properly, and that just aided in the recovery process. So if you ever run in the fit, if you know anything about the fit, if you have any comments, negative, positive, anything about SKORA, tried anything about SKORA, want to know anything about SKORA, let me know. Hope you guys have a great day.